kind of break it into three areas. First is the element of engagement. We're seeing that consumers, especially in India, are more engaged now than ever before. The Indian consumer is really quite unique. She's wanting to learn more about products, she's learning more about products, she's willing to tell and wanting to tell others about what she's learned, and yet she's demanding more trust. Demanding is also an important notion here, because we're seeing the consumer is demanding more from manufacturers, demanding more from trust, demanding more from companies in terms of allowing them to participate in a two-way communication as opposed to a one-way communication, and also demanding more in terms of value. Thus, I think the great rise of private label. It's actually a good thing that consumers are spending more time looking at products. They're looking because they're interested. They want to learn more. We know, especially in India, they want to learn more, and then when they learn more, they're more than happy to tell others about it, which is a great vehicle from a marketing perspective. I think the key is to be sure that we're giving them information in a source that's easily consumable, that satisfies his and her need for getting that more information, and also being sure that we're giving her information that she can quickly trust. Trust is becoming a bigger and bigger issue, so we want to be sure that the information she's getting is stuff that she can immediately trust. A big part of that, I think, is user-generated content. The more she can read and take in from people like her, that'll be faster and more efficient in terms of convincing her that she can and should react to this information. Transparency and user content, and they're related. Consumers increasingly are saying, I need to learn more about a product, but I need to get trusted information to take in that learning. And I think as the consumer sees information provided by people like her, that she's more likely to take it in as genuine and authentic and to react to it in a positive way. And also the fact that we can present them with information that appears, that is transparent and is honest about what our product can and cannot do, that will help gain greater trust for our product. I think it's got a huge role in this, and I think people have become wise to the fact that a lot of influencers are in fact fake, and that even if they're not fake, their number of followers may be fake, obviously, but also the fact that they're being paid for their information, for their comment, people are obviously suspicious as to how genuine and how authentic is that commentary. We've seen in every country in the world where we did our study a significant drop-off in consumers who say in the last year they've made a purchase based on a recommendation from an influencer. That is a spectacular piece of information. Consumers are increasingly wary of what's coming to them from influencers, and we need to do a better job in providing, when we use influencers, to be sure that there are people who are highly trusted and highly credible. Clearly. And this has been evident for a number of years, and it's getting stronger and stronger. The role and power of friends and family is much, much greater than it is from other forms, which in many ways is great from a marketing standpoint, because that means that if I can provide the right information to somebody, encourage somebody to tell their friends about it, that information will be more highly trusted and will lead to a greater likelihood of somebody acting on it in a positive way for the brand. I would say transparency, two-way communication, and user-generated content. Transparency is key. As I said before, consumers are looking more and more for trusted information. Consumers also wants to be engaged with the product and with the company. They want their voice to be heard. Give her a chance to interact with that. And don't be afraid to use more and more user-generated content, because that's often most highly trusted. I love coming to India. I've been here several times now. I always note that how progressive a country it is, how dynamic a country it is, how crowded it is. This is more than three, and what a very rich culture this place has. there's also a great celebration and appreciation for knowledge and for education in this country, which I think is terrific. I work a lot with Johnson & Johnson, and I think they're a company that is very much a leading edge in terms of reacting to the new consumer. Clearly Amazon is at the top, and I would put Apple up there as well, but Amazon is a fascinating company to watch. We had an interaction with them the other night, and I learned more about Amazon India, and a lot's happening there, especially now during festival season. I would probably put Amazon at the top of that list. Industry experts, I'm not sure I have a good, strong list for that. But I like looking at companies. I like looking at what Apple does. I like looking at what Amazon is doing. Looking at what Walmart is doing. They're moving aggressively around the world. Amazon and Walmart are obviously being very strong on the private label side, and we're following private label very aggressively. And it's keen to watch what they're doing. I think the most important thing that any young person or older person needs to follow in this business is being very, very aggressive and knowing everything you possibly can about a company's product. The lesson I've learned over the years is that you can't learn too much about a company's product, and that any person working in any sort of communication agency needs to know as much about that company's product as the client themselves. And to have a business orientation. The more strategic your orientation is to solving the business problem, then the marketing problem, then the communications problem, if you approach it that way, that's often a key to success.